Hello again, and this is my Interaction 2 video for my global learning project. For this interaction, I had to be a cultural host. If you remember back to my first video, you will recall that I am from a small town on the coast of West Michigan. This being said, it was also mentioned that my family values education and exercise. And what better way to do this than to go on a nature hike in the nature reserve? So first off, my thoughts and feelings before and at the beginning of the interaction. Well, I was actually really excited because I haven't been on a hike since school started, and the nature reserve has been looking gorgeous recently. I was also excited to bring someone along and show them how awesome an activity like this can be. I would also like to mention that at the beginning of this interaction, I felt a lot more comfortable and confident conversing with my partner than before, and I was able to communicate with her easier. Now, concerning the concerns I had, I was worried that my partner wouldn't have a very good time, because from what I previously knew, she didn't seem like a super outdoorsy person. I was also concerned about general things, like getting lost in the woods or one of us twisting an ankle. Luckily, neither of those things happened. But back to my worrying about my partner's experience. Once we got started, that fear vanished. I could tell that she at least somewhat enjoyed the activity. She even mentioned that she thought it was a really cool thing that we did, and that she plans on going back there to the nature reserve more often to take walks and de-stress. She really liked how quiet it was out there and how it felt like we weren't on campus anymore. Continuing on, as previously expressed, the further we got into the hike, the more I was comfortable with walking and talking next to her and conversing thoughts and ideas. We began to talk about the differences in nature and cultural norms associated with nature. For example, she discussed how when she first got here, she was really excited to see squirrels. She said it was really cool to come here and just see them everywhere when at home in Australia, they don't even have them. Another thing I found really interesting was that she said that deer here are comparable to kangaroos in the sense that you will see them running, or in the case of kangaroos, hopping down the side of the road. And if one decides to jump in the street, you'll just have to hit it, and it's not necessarily a big deal. I had never really thought about kangaroo roadkill being a thing. She said whenever she tells people about it, they freak out and ask her why she would do such a thing. We went back and forth talking about the different kinds of nature we had experienced, which caused me to realize that even though we were doing the exact same activity, we were each getting different experiences from it. She was seeing something new, something that might captivate her attention more, whereas I, even though I had a great time doing it, were much more accustomed to what I would likely see around me. If I were to go to Australia, the scenario would likely be reversed. The experience also helped to reinforce the idea that just because a culture's norms are different from yours, that doesn't necessarily mean that theirs are weird or strange. You're just in a different place with different circumstances given. Overall, the hike served as a good learning experience for both of us. So, without further ado, this is the end of my video. Bye, and thank you for watching.